point, Stefan, I think it's a very dangerous thing. Like a lot of people will get super pissed. When they feel they are bypassed.
Mhm.
Like when they feel that a decision gets made without them, without
Yeah.
informing them, without asking them for opinions, they will get super pissed.
Yeah.
I think this is something is very hard on the other side. If you want to sort of move fast with your, or like get a decision made fast, then somehow you have to like really consider a long list of stakeholders. Who
Yeah.
do I need to talk to?
Yeah.
Just in case he or she doesn't get pissed
Yeah.
because you don't include them in the first round.
Yeah.
This is something completely new for me.
Okay.
I have never experienced that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it's helpful to ask people like, hey, I want to make this, I want to do this. Who do you think I should talk to? Right?
Yeah.
And then they'll give you a list of people you should talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And also ask colleagues what they think, how to move on the most efficient way. Maybe they even know the people a bit more better on the personal level, and it's always like how do you get their opinions in the way you want to have it. It's really like a bit political stuff. That is also of matter. I'm not sure if we are more political than other cultures. Most probably I'm just used to it.
Maybe I wouldn't say so. I think there is politics everywhere. Wherever where there is people, there is politics.
Yeah.
It's just how it looks like. What kind of politics. Maybe I'm used to different type of politics.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to this type of politics. I think just you have to know what kind of politics you're dealing with. I think behind politics is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just how people communicate with each other, how hierarchy works, how decision gets made. In the end, it's about culture. It's about communication. It's about people.
Yeah.
So I mean, I switched my mind, like, because before I was thinking that politics is always a bad thing, but now I'm like, actually, it's about how to get things done, how other people think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stefan, what would you think about like the style of leadership in Germany? I can tell you, like in China, it is really hierarchical. So the boss decides everything, and it can be so extreme. It can be down to like one or two guys decides everything, and this person will trust maybe a few people in their very close circle of power or circle of trust, and then pretty much everything is decided that way. So once this top guy or top girl decided that, and it will get done, it will get executed, no question will be asked. So it's like that. In a way, it is super efficient. It is super efficient. Nobody will ask questions, or it will get done. No challenges. But on the other hand, I have also experiences like, because this top guy is so busy with different decisions, so he or she becomes the bottleneck of the whole thing, because he or she has so many decisions to make. Yeah, just what is it like in Germany? What do you think the style of leadership looks like? What is the role of the people at the top?
So definitely here it really depends on the companies. So of course there are also companies existing which have this like culture you have just described. But in general, I would say you really try to have responsibilities on different heads. So you have somebody who is maybe responsible for the financial things. You have somebody who is responsible for HR and so on. And then each guy is really like the top manager for this kind of topic. And then very often things get decided together. So the top managers together, they are discussing and then they are deciding how to move on. And I think it's again typical German, that, or not typical German, but typical for more democratic companies maybe, that they discuss again. but we all know the more discussion we have, or the more time it might take. So the more inefficiencies we will see. And yeah, as you already said, then very often it's also happening that you have like experts for many different things, and the more experts you have, the more difficult it might be in the end again. And then it's just a lot of bureaucracy, and it's not efficient anymore. So I think it's always important to have a good balance. I think if you really have like this only one guy deciding everything, it's not democratic. It's just like you only follow what he's deciding. On the other side, it's very efficient. And then if you go to this side, you have maybe a very democratic organization, which might be typical German. But there you have a lot of people who wants to decide, a lot of people's opinion need to be respected. And then in the end, it's not efficient anymore. And I think these are really like the two extremes. And in a perfect organization, maybe you're a little bit in between. But I guess in Germany, we are very often on this side.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think in China, probably we're very much on the other side, which is things get decided without enough discussions or taking into account of enough people's opinions.
And I think it's still like that in many countries. That you have like this top guy on the top, and he's deciding, and everybody's following it.
If I may summarize what you said on how to tackle these German processes, is first of all, get to know people in your organization. In different functions, expand your network as wide and broad as possible. Through coffee drinking, through lunch, through small talks. So maybe you happen to have a friend somewhere in this function. So in the time to come that you need this function's opinions, you have an ally there, or you actually have someone who you are close to, and then you might get a decision that is to your favor there. But I think we go really deep in those topics, and I really hope that through our discussions, and you guys can sort of benefit from what we discuss and take home some really useful tips to help you in your work, especially in a German organization. And if you guys like our discussion or like our conversation, or if there are any topics you guys want us to touch upon and discuss in details, please leave a comment. And
like always, and let us know if you have some more questions when it comes to work here in Germany, working atmosphere. Maybe some problems, we can also support you here. So if you do not have this kind of colleagues we just talked about, which are willing to help, maybe we can do it instead. So let us know. We are willing to support you.
Definitely. Then have a good evening. We'll see you in the next episode of Ask a German Local.
Bye bye, guys.